Lucas, first of all, for approaching Patrick and myself and requesting that we add the NHS to our school. Just for your awareness that NHS is primarily a service-based organization, so I'm looking forward to what you all are going to plan for your first group project, okay, to help your community. So I just want to welcome everybody. I know we have some parents here and some relatives. Welcome everybody to coming to the induction. This is our very first one, and I also want to thank everybody who is making this ceremony possible, including some of the faculty. Just as a reminder, we are doing a yearbook picture at the very end, so can the inductees please stay with your families at the very end. So I'm Allison Chang, for those of you who don't know, and I will be the NHS advisor, which means that I'm going to be making sure everybody's on track and that everybody is doing their projects. I'm going to keep track of all of the service hours and explain everything during the meetings. Okay? So today's ceremony is really talking about service and diligence, and really going to introduce the newest inductees to you who are going to be the role models for the future inductees, which is why we love for the whole school to be here. Juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, please do your best, and you may be asked to apply for next year. Okay? There are some minimum requirements for the NHS. The main one is a minimum GPA of 3.25, and also having strong character in the 4 pillars of NHS. Those are scholarship, leadership, character, and service. All of the students who are being inducted today have demonstrated many, many years of commitment, including this year, in these things. And they've done a lot of stuff at the Nora School, such as being a regular part of sports teams, being in the SGA, peer mediation, a lot of different activities, just helping out in the classroom or being a leader on a class trip. And they also serve their larger community. We were really impressed with the number of charities and jobs and experiences that they've had every single year, the ways that they're really adding to their Nora community and their community as a whole. So it's at this time that we're going to start the ceremony, and each of these 4 candles represents a value of the National Honor Society. 4 of the faculty are going to be reading a little bit about each of these things so we can all understand what they mean. So I ask you to come up for scholarship. Patrick.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. The student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying. And the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education is ended, or human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the high success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, torch guiding us to understanding the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
The next value is one of the most important service with Christina, who did the Peace Corps.
Established in the routine of a day's work where many opportunities arise to help others, both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is a quality that we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. The NHS is committed to volunteering our time and talents for the creation of a better tomorrow.
And that means that one of the things the students are going to be doing with me at their meetings is that we do have access to a national database of all of the service projects that have been done all across America, and that we will be adding our project to that database. And so I really look forward to, in the years to come, maybe we're going to do canned food drive, or we're going to do winter coat drive, or anything that the students are actually going to prepare the ideas for these and run them by me, and so it's really going to be a student-driven service effort to do what needs to be done in our particular community. Now moving on, in order to get things done, we do need the third value of leadership, which Will is going to do.
Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school in taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice. It's the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members.
And our last value, Scouter came up, so it's going to honor.
I'd just like to congratulate Ron. Okay. So, character is the force which within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life, and once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action. The daily striving to make the right choice. And all of you guys have made the right choice. Okay. We must be in reality what we wish to be and appear to others to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we hope to prove by example that we value character. And then I said I can just put my own quote in here. So Quincy, remember, we talked about so many times, the ultimate measure of a person is not where they stand in moments of,
Comfort and peace.
but where you stand in moments of.
Challenge and controversy.
The clapping is like making
Congratulations.
So those are the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, which we hope will be exemplified by all of the students at this school, and particularly by the inductees today. We invite everybody in the freshman, sophomore, and junior classes to strive towards these goals as well, so that one day we hope you will join us. Now, at this point, now that we've illuminated the 4 pillars of the NHS, I do ask all of the inductees to please stand so we can recite the pledge for the National Honor Society. This is the most formal part of the ceremony. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. And will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Great job, guys. I invite Dave to join us. card and pin. So the first person is Catherine Herbert. Our second senior is Emily Lawanda. Next is Jeanette White. Thank you. Our first junior is Maya Chevalier. Rashay Hawkins. The next person is Amanda McShane. There's a little traffic jam going on. Next up is Melanie Porter. LaDonna White. And our final inductee, last but not least, is Jakira Williams. Now, Dave is going to give some remarks in just a second as our fearless leader, and then I'm going to make some closing remarks before the end of the ceremony.
Well, congratulations to all of you, our new inductees, the first inductees from the Nora School to the National Honor Society. So as we have these plaques and all kinds of things around the school over the years, your name now in this book will be the first page in 50 years that people turn to when we celebrate our 100th anniversary, or 102nd, I guess, by then. You can tell it's special, because I brought a jacket. And as much time as I spend fussing about work that doesn't get done, I'm really delighted that we have an opportunity to recognize and celebrate those of you who consistently, day after day, and it's really day after day, do the right thing, see what needs to be done, and do it in all the areas of your life. And I hope that the 9th, 10th, 11th graders realize that these are things that you can achieve as well when you have opportunities to really take advantage of them. So when you hear about service projects, jump on them. When you hear about leadership opportunities, take them. When I nag you about doing your homework, do it. But a particular note for the future NHS applicants are the characteristics that you've discussed today: service, leadership, scholarship, and character. And these are qualities that are really available to any of you who wish to apply yourself. I want to point out that it wasn't one big thing that any of these students who were recognized today, not one big thing that they did, but a series of small things done consistently that led to their being here. The daily decisions to do your schoolwork led to your academic eligibility. The daily decisions to speak up in class, not to take shortcuts, to challenge other viewpoints, and to stick up for your own, showed leadership and character. Likewise, going beyond your comfort zone, to challenge cruelty where you heard it, speak truth to power even when your voice shakes. Your thinking of others and avoiding going along with peer pressure also showed your leadership and character. And finally, doing what needs to be done and going outside yourself, taking on extra work and service, helping others when opportunities arise. Showed a commitment to service beyond the confines of your own worldview or of what we ask of you here at the Nora School. So I congratulate you and your families for this accomplishment. Keep in mind that to whom much is given, much is expected. And I know Allison will be asking you to step up to your new increased responsibilities going forward, and I wish you the best. Congratulations.
I do want to take a minute to say some thank yous of my own, although I am not necessarily thanking you personally. I do want to acknowledge all the teachers at the Nora School and all the teachers that you've had who have helped you on your way. And I want to acknowledge you, the students, all of you who are making your day-to-day efforts to be your best self. And I also want to thank the families, the siblings and the parents and the grandparents, aunts and uncles who are helping these young children to grow up to be big, strong, amazing adults. And so I want to thank everybody for coming and just say congratulations once again to the inductees.